Yo, 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 what's popping? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, people? What's popping? What is good? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. Welcome back. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to Unique79. Shout out to April MC in the building. What's going on, girls? Shout out to Monogamous Player, King Gordy, West 6. What's going on? G Money, Leonardo. What's popping? What's popping? What's popping? So today's show, man, you know, this is staying up on YouTube. You understand? Because this is the Free Game Fridays, man. You understand? But we gonna get into it heavy. But before we get into all the good stuff, let's just play the thing that we need to play. Let's play the thing there. Hold on, let me see if I think Miles is coming up right now. Oh shit, Miles Cunningham in the building.
Yo.
Yeah, that's way better. That's way better, way better. Nice. All right, so listen. We are going to play this trailer. Oh, they switched the shit up in the background. Oh shit. Hold on. Okay, let's do
Everybody
this.
has game. The thing is, though, is your game weak or is your game strong? See, that's the difference. See, having weak game is synonymous with having no game. But you have game, you have a strategy to get what you want, but your strategy might be weak.
I always tell these guys, snap your fingers. And I tell them, snap your fingers. They're like, you hear that sound? I'm like, what is that sound? Bitch, that's a 17-year-old that just turned 18. That's a 19-year-old that just turned 21. They are just they're everywhere.
Hi, how you doing? You think I give a fuck about how you doing, bitch? All I want you to motherfucking do is open your mouth and say something so I can hear how your voice sounds so it can tell me how the fuck to get at you.
Your feelings are not facts. Because you feel like whatever you feel like, you can't get me to believe that there's more than two genders. You understand what I'm saying? And truthfully, I'm not sorry because I can't really make facts out of your fucking feelings. Matter of fact, fuck your feelings. There's only two genders. Only two genders. You trying to tell me that genders are neutral and niggas is trying to come up with 92 fucking genders, bro.
There's this narrative now that it's okay for a man to cry, and it's really pushing this sensitivity, express yourself, express your feelings. One thing I've always respected about my father growing up, I never seen my dad cry. Me and him would get into arguments, we would go at it, we would fight. I would say the harshest things to him I could to hurt his feelings, but I never broke him.
Shoot, just the right pair of shoes get your dick sucked. Just the right pair of shoes. Women don't, seriously, you could look like Boris Cujo, you'd be 6'8", you know, have a print down to your knee. They look at those shoes, they bust, they just like, oh no, not him. Nah, boo-boo.
The bitches shine because of the nigga. Period. Like, and when it's functioning correctly, that's the way it is. So, on that note, dick is a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift.
You got to play your way from start to the end. That's having game. Because if you do that, what you expect is what's going to happen. See, don't no accidents happen with motherfuckers that got game.
All right, we back, people. What's going on? All right, man. So, today's topic, we're talking about why you need to have more sex. You understand? Why you need to have more sex? Why you need to get shit popping? You understand what I'm saying? Because this is the thing, guys. This is the thing. Let me first start this off by saying this, right? It's not necessarily just about having more sex. What I really want to, the basis of this is that I want you guys to understand that y'all actually need to get out here and participate in this game. You understand? Because what most guys are doing is most guys are ignoring certain aspects of the game where we they could ignore certain aspects of the game. So dudes is like, well, you know what? I don't need to worry about chicks. I'm just focused on my personals. I'm not really dealing with these girls. I'm just focused on, my business and all that other stuff. I get that. And you should be focused on those things. But guess what? You are also going to get horny. You're also going to fuck with chicks. You're also going to want to deal with women at some point. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of motherfuckers trying to act like they're like some monk or some shit. Like they're sitting on the top of a fucking leaf. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they're like, you know what I mean? On that bullshit. I'm like, that's not what it is. That's not what it is. But this is the thing. So I want to break down certain things that you guys need to understand when it comes to this entire thing. And when I say more sex, if we talk specifically about sex, right? What it is the more sex, it depends on what you want. So some guys have a different sex drive than others. Some guys have a different tolerance for dealing with women than other guys, right? But what I'm saying is, you know what I mean? You need to be at the fullest potential of what you want for you and do the things to the extent where you want to do it. Because this is the thing. A lot of times what happens is that for us, so what we do is we cope. So we might be involved in a specific situation when it comes to dating, relationships, and sex, but we don't necessarily want to be in that situation, right? We want something better. We want something more. We want something, a little bit more exciting. You understand? So you might be dealing with a chick that you're not really feeling, but you're just dealing with her because it's safe and she's there and, she'll give you some pussy, but you don't really like her like that. You understand what I'm saying? Or you might be in a situation where you're having sex with a chick, but you don't really like having sex with her. It's kind of whatever. It's average. It's decent, but you want better sex. You want sex with hotter girls, all this other stuff. So you're just sort of like, just in there doing this thing, but you're not really, really enjoying yourself or really making shit happen, right? So there's a few things I want to talk about in this show that's going to help you guys when it comes to this game, and it's going to help you when you guys are out here doing your thing. Now, for all the guys who are talking about, man, fuck that. I'm not focusing on the sex and women. I'm just going to do my thing and do this and do that, right? I'm going to give you guys the key. This is so fucking critical. I'm going to give you guys the key to not think about sex all the time, to be more focused on your purpose and your money and all this other stuff. I'm going to give you guys a simple key to making this shit happen, okay? Take your pens out, like my dude Steve the Dean says. Take your crayons out. I'm gonna give you guys the key. The key to stop thinking about sex and women and all that shit all the time. The key to doing this and the key to make this happen is you actually have to start having more sex and start dealing with more women. That is the fucking key, people. You understand what I'm saying? That's the key. It's like, in order to stop it, in order to stop the desire and all that shit, you actually have to start doing it.
Yo, look, this is my DMX is Dark and Hell is Hot album cover.
You stupid. You know what I'm saying? This is the key. You understand? You guys have to understand that. Let me explain how. Let me explain why. You guys who are ignoring sex and women or trying to ignore sex or trying to do that, you're actually working backwards. Because the more you ignore it, the more you're going to want it. The more you get it, the less you're going to be thinking about it and wanting it. So this is the thing. For example, if you are starving for food, why are you starving? Because you didn't eat. You haven't eaten in a while. That's why all you could think about is food. Like, damn, I need to eat some shit. I'm fucking hungry. But as soon as you eat and you're full, the last thing you're thinking about is food at that moment because you're full. Right? When you're broke, when you're super broke, when you can't, you're like, I don't know how I'm gonna pay my bills. All you're thinking about is money. How I'm gonna get this money? Where am I gonna get this next money? What can I do to make more money? Yada, yada, yada. You're constantly thinking about money because you're in a situation where you need the money, right? But when you're making money, when you got all your bills paid, you're not obsessing about where your next dollar is gonna be because you already got all this shit handled. So in the same regard, if the fact that you're obsessing over women and sex and all this other stuff or thinking about it all the time is because you're not getting it enough. You're not doing it enough. So you can fool yourself to think, I'm just focused on my purpose. I'm gonna just do this. The more that you focus on that with excluding women in the situation, the more you're gonna focus on women and you don't even realize it. You see what I'm saying? So you're trying to focus on just your purpose and you're making money and all that other stuff. But what's gonna happen is that your focus just on that is gonna be a direct reflection of you trying to ignore the women, which is gonna make you think about the women more. You understand what I'm saying? So you're actually doing shit backwards.
Right.
So if you want to get over this whole thing of obsessing about I don't want to have to be thinking about fucking girls and all this other time. You need to fuck more women. See, when you fuck more chicks and when you have more sex, right? What happens is that you start to become like used to. It's like, okay, yeah, I can get sex, so I'm not like so gun ho and bent, out of shape about the shit. Because you're getting it. You're like either, okay, I know I'm gonna get some tomorrow, or I'm getting some tonight, or next week the shit is popping off with this chick and that chick I'm fucking with. So now I got more time and energy to focus on my work, to focus on the things. This is the funny part. It's easier to focus on your work when your balls is dry. I mean, when your dick is your balls is empty, I should say.
Empty, right.
When your balls are empty, it's easier to focus. You understand what I'm saying? But Miles, what's your thoughts on that shit, man?
Nah, see it's another example of guys being focused on one thing, not realizing that it's about the journey and not the destination.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because what they don't really when they say, oh, I'm focusing on my purpose, or I'm focused on this, or I'm focused on that. So forget about women and forget about pussy and sex. What they don't realize is the part of it is, and the reason why I said journey and not destination is that what you have to understand is that when you become someone who understands how to get what they want, right? Especially something like sex, which has a natural urge to it, or like you was making an example of eating, right? There's a natural urge to want to eat, because we get, right, your blood sugar get low, you get hungry, right? And when you don't know how to get food, or when you don't know how to get something that you have a natural urge for, no matter how much you tell yourself that you're not focused on it, that's the only thing you're focused on.
Exactly.
You understand? Because again, like I said, it's a natural urge. So when you're hungry, that's the only thing you're truly focused on. When you're horny, that's the only thing you're truly focused on. You understand? And what happens is a lot of guys lie to themselves. Again, because they don't understand that there's an entire skill set that comes with acquiring what you want out of life.
Right.
You understand? And that's the important part. It's not about just getting the thing. It's about the skill set and the things that you have to learn and the level that you have to get to mentally, emotionally, socially, right? That allows you to get the things that you want. So like you said, once you have a handle on that, then you can actually focus on other things, because now you've built yourself up to a level where it's like, yo, getting pussy is easy. Getting food is easy. You understand? I even know how to get money. So now, instead of just focusing on how to get money, now let me focus on how to manage money. Let me focus on how to save money. Let me focus on how to invest money. You understand what I'm saying? It's the same. It's the same thing with food. Like, once I know how to get food, now I can say, hey, let me try out other types of cuisine. Let me even figure out how to be a better cook.
Right.
You understand? So I could go to the supermarket and buy this, and this, and put it together and make my own dishes, right? Because now that I have a handle on food, now I can explore all the different dynamics and intricacies of food itself, right? So now with women, if you know how to get women, you know how to set up dates, you know how to get sex. Now you can start saying, well, instead of just focusing on getting pussy, let me figure out what these bitches could actually do for me.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Let me figure out what benefit these chicks could actually have in my life, and let me figure out how I can, utilize the skill set, and like I said, everything that comes with understanding women, getting with women, having sex with women, and let me understand how to use that to enhance my life. Let me
Right.
understand how to use that to benefit my life. And
Mhm.
that's the issue that I've always had with, like, people like people of the groups like MGTOW and other things like that, where it's one thing to point out the negative aspects of whatever you're looking at.
Mhm.
Like, for example, female nature, and
Right.
all of this stuff. Females are this, and they'll get you stuck in divorce court, and they'll rape. They'll
Divorce
do
reap.
divorce, rape you, and all that different shit. Right? It's one thing to point out the negativity and to complain about that, and then it's another thing to understand it
Mhm.
and then use it to your advantage. You
Right.
understand? So it's a difference between wanting pussy and then actually learning how to acquire it. And then once I know how to acquire it, I can start to explore all the dynamics around pussy. You
Mhm.
understand? I can explore all the dynamics around women. And once I understand more about sex, women, dating, and everything like that, see, you have to understand that the more you understand about everything around you is the
Mhm.
more that you get to understand about yourself.
Exactly.
and
Facts.
and that's what a lot of guys don't really understand. That's why a lot of guys will even look at the title of this show and be like, that nigga Lucario, man, he always talk about, he talk about is getting pussy, man. Fuck that nigga, man. I'm gonna
Right.
click off this shit. But they don't understand that the more you understand about the acquisition of anything, like I said, food, money, women, anything that you want out of life, being a better, worker at your corporate job, whatever it is, being a better
Mhm.
entrepreneur, anything. The
Mhm.
point is, but especially those things that are a natural urge. You
Right.
understand? Like we said, the things that are a natural urge are naturally going to be at the front of your mind.
Mhm.
You
Right.
understand? So once you can understand enough about it to make it easier,
Mhm.
now that's not at the front of your mind anymore because you
Right.
have an understanding of it. So now you can focus on other things, or you can even get better at the dynamics around those natural urges. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm. Right. And then the thing is about balance too, because a lot of
Right.
times, because look, if you're just like, yo, I'm just trying to fuck, and that's it, right? Then you ain't balanced because all you're doing is fucking, but you ain't getting everything else, as far as other things concerning your life handled. But if you're just like, yo, I'm just focus on my purpose and I'm just gonna make money and this and this and that, and that's, I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but you're not getting your woman in relationship aspect of your life right. So there has to be that balance. But a lot of guys, they don't look at that and they don't think about that. But see, the thing is this, again, like I said, it's easier to get all those other things done because what's funny? A lot of guys who are really productive, this is what a lot of smart guys will do. They'll actually get a girlfriend. You understand? Either a girlfriend or a chick or a few chicks that they can consistently have sex with. Because then they say, you know what? I can focus on the things I need to do. And then I still have a woman there to take care of the woman part of my life. You understand what I'm saying? Like if a guy has a girlfriend, what happens is that he has that woman there to bring that feminine energy and to have sex with them and do all that other stuff. So then he could go right back to focusing on the shit he needs to do.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Or if a guy has like a few fuck buddies or whatever, he fucks with those girls, does what he got to do, and he's right back to what he needs to do. But then a guy who's like, oh, well, I'm chicks, I ain't focusing on that. And then what happens is that he's trying to do all these things, but then there's that imbalance there. And this is why you get guys who do goofy shit like, fucking like tricking heavy, getting into drugs and alcohol and shit and sexually harassing women because they so thirsty that, you know what I mean? Because they're basically like trying to dissipate that feeling. And it's
Right.
like, it's natural.
They're trying to cope. They're trying to cope.
Right, exactly. Because look at James Oakley in the chat says, "You're wrong, Locario. I chased my purpose, and women have been chasing me ever since."
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god! Stop fucking lying.
These dudes, and see, that's the next thing I want to talk about real quick is this. a lot of y'all are trying to cope, right? And what happens is that it's you're distracting yourself with these activities. You understand? Which is where the coping is coming from. And also what happens is that guys try to they try to play mind tricks on themselves where, for example, a lot of people do this too. And it's interesting they do this around sex and relationships and stuff like that, where another form of coping is trying to act like you are above this shit. Meaning, oh, well, you know, I'm just way too busy for that. I'm too mature for that. I don't got time for that nonsense. Or I have sexual discipline. I'm celibate. All that other bullshit, right?
What gets me is when they fucking want to act like sex is something evil, though.
Right, exactly. Right.
That's the part that I don't like. You understand? They
Right.
be acting like, oh yeah, you know, you out here fucking these bitches, and you know, what are you really doing for them?
Right.
Like, what do you mean? What am I doing for them, nigga? If they wasn't with me getting fucked, they'd probably be someplace they shouldn't have been, probably getting robbed.
Right.
You understand? Like, if they wasn't with me getting dick down, they probably would be somewhere getting abused by another nigga. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And but the point is, we don't know. But for me to act like a woman spending time with me to get sex or to have a good time or something like that, all of a sudden, because I'm focused on my purpose, that's the other thing is wrong. Like,
Right.
come on, bro. That's
Right.
that's very disingenuous.
Right. And that's the thing is that, you know, Jalen said, what the hell is sexual discipline anyway? Well, it's the thing. See, you only need sexual discipline or you only need discipline for that matter anyway, in the sense of anything, when you don't know how to control yourself.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And so what happens is this. A motherfucker could be having sex 3 times a day with multiple different women, right? That doesn't necessarily mean he needs sexual discipline. And then you could have a guy who has sex once a week, you know what I'm saying? And he might need sexual discipline versus the other guy. Now, let me explain. Because what happens is the discipline only comes in when you can't control yourself. So if that guy who's having 3 times a day with all these women and he's doing that because that's something that he wants to do and he's controlled, he's controlling himself doing it, right? Then that means that he doesn't need sexual discipline because he's doing exactly what he wanted. He's in control of himself. Now, let's say the guy who's fucking once a week, right? This nigga, he's fucking, but he's only fucking because he's tricking. And he don't like the fact that he's tricking, but he's like, damn, it's the only way I can get sex. Right. That motherfucker needs discipline. He doesn't like the shit he's doing. Because if he doesn't like the fact that he's paying a chick once a week to fuck him, he needs discipline to stop paying the chick and try to find other ways to get sex. So discipline only comes in when you're doing something on an excessive, thing where you feel like you're not really controlling yourself or you can't control yourself. So a lot of guys think sexual discipline, or a lot of people think sexual discipline only pertains to the frequency of you having sex, or how much sex you're having. Like, oh yeah, these ladies are having so much sex, they need sexual discipline. Nope. You understand what I'm saying? That's not what it is, right? What it is that if the person is doing what they do and they are making a conscious decision to do that, and that's something they want to do, they don't need sexual discipline. If they're continuously doing something and they feel out of control and they just can't help themselves and they're all over the place and they're doing shit all fucked up in a dangerous way, then that means that they need sexual discipline. You see what I'm saying? So you got to understand the differences. And now, also with that is this, and this is one of the things that I really hate when it comes to this topic, because this is very, very important. What a lot of people do is they try to justify not having sex, right, or not being in sexual situations because of negative consequences of having sex irresponsibly.
Woo!
Saying that's the shit that motherfuckers be doing. I hate that shit. So what does that mean? That means that, like, somebody will have sex and they'll catch an STD. And then instead of saying, hey, maybe I should have sex more responsibly next time, they'll say you shouldn't have sex. Because if you have sex, you're going to catch an STD. Another example, person has sex, they get somebody pregnant, they have an unwanted pregnancy. So instead of saying, damn, you know what? You need to be very careful when you're having sex and use protection so you don't get a girl pregnant. They'll say, you shouldn't have sex because you can get somebody pregnant when you have sex. You see what I'm saying? So they're using the act of sex as this bad thing. It's not the act of sex. It's the fact that the person had sex irresponsibly. You know what I'm saying? And it's so that's the thing that people will, again, cope with to not engage in sex or deal with sex when they know they want to deal with sex. But they'll be like, you know, man, fuck all that sex shit. You know, I'm on my purpose. And plus, you know what? You shouldn't be having all this sex because you can get a girl pregnant and then you can catch an STD. And it's like, no. You understand what I'm saying? Bruh.
It's like when they say, it's like guns don't kill people. Like stupid people with guns kill people.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Guns is the sex, but it still all depends on the decision of the people doing the thing. You know what I mean?
Right. It's like I heard an example of somebody was saying like using a knife. Like you can use a knife to cut up, you know, some food, or you could use a knife to stab somebody in the neck. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not the knife. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like, well, don't use knives, people. It's fucked up. No, it's how are you using the situation? You see what I'm saying? But people don't like to think, because you know what it is? They want to take themselves out of the situation. They want to take the responsibility of themselves out of the situation. They want to put the responsibility on the sex. And the responsibility is not on the sex. The responsibility is on you and how you utilize the sexual situation.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But J98 says, Locario, what in a relationship is it important to have your girl do the task you assign her first once she comes over or whenever or whatever day you want? Well, this is the thing. If you're in an actual long-term relationship, that should have been shit that should have been you know, talked about from the beginning to where she should already be on that page. You know what I'm saying?
Hold up. See, you gotta understand, guys, that what he's talking about, you know, putting a girl to task and this, that, and the third. You gotta remember that these are the things that you're supposed to do to figure out if she's worthy of a fucking relationship.
Exactly.
You don't ask these type of questions after you're in a relationship. You understand? These are things that she's supposed to be doing in succession to get her title. Like she's supposed to be earning her title of or earning her position to be in a relationship with you.
Right.
You understand? So your question shows that your mindset is out of order. You understand? So be careful with that shit. If you just trying to give her tasks, and like you said, the first fucking line, except for Mr. Locario, is when in a relationship. It's like, bruh, relationships don't happen until I know that she's down to do what the fuck I say, like every time. You know what I'm saying? So exactly. So check your you know, get on the Bad Boy membership and check your you know, check your progress. You understand what I'm saying? Like check that you're doing things in the right order. You understand? Because you it sounds like you, just according to your question, I'm not trying to come at you, but according to your question, it sounds like you giving bitches titles and you haven't instructed her to do anything yet.
Right. That's
so,
fact.
Yeah, you're out of order, buddy.
That's fact. Let me take this call real quick. 818 was popping. Who this?
What's up, man? It's Rich. I called in last week.
What up, my brother? Did you donate?
I did.
That's what's up. That's what's up. What's going on?
So I had a question in regards to what you guys are speaking about. You guys are talking about how some people try to focus on their business and they're not getting sex, or they're focused too much on sex, and it's basically one or the other. And I'm self-employed, so I kind of hear that shit all the time. Like, don't chase pussy, that shit will get you broke, and vice versa. But I'm trying to get my love life in check, but I'm also a self-employed entrepreneur. So it kind of like contradicts with basically what I was told growing up, like how to make it in the business world. So what would you guys suggest for someone that like wants to keep their business and entrepreneurship growing, but at the same time, he wants to get this other part of his life that he's been neglecting because he's trying to get his money right? I don't know if that makes sense. Like I want to get my love life in check and I want that to actually flourish, but I don't want it to completely focus on that. And then my business goes to shit because I'm not giving it any attention.
Right. Well, this is the thing though, is that you have to, this is the thing. Since you're an entrepreneur, right? So, and this goes for even guys who aren't entrepreneurs, but I'll say this, any girl you're dealing with, right, has to fit in to your situation. You understand? So what I mean is this, is that if you're dealing with a girl and let's say you got some shit to do as far as like, the stuff you're working on, you should include her in that in some form or fashion. You understand what I'm saying? Like let's say the chick is like, hey, I want to see you. Let's hang out. You'd be like, all right, well, listen, I gotta mail out these things. So come through real quick. Come help me mail these joints out, and then we'll go do something after that or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Like include her in your situation. That's one. Two, this is why I tell you guys to make sure that a woman is cooperative and compliant, and she is, like she's on that page, because when you're busy and you got a lot of shit to do, you don't have time for a chick to be, wasting your time, back talking or giving you the runaround. So what I would say to you is you have to be very strict on, how you deal with chicks. So for example, let's say you meet a girl, out in the street at a bar or on Tinder, whatever, and you're trying to set up a time to meet up, right? You say, hey, listen, I'm free Friday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. You could go out and get a drink and kick it real quick, right? If this chick fucking hits you up at like 2 o'clock talking about, oh, I'm sorry, I can't make it, blah, 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 charge her ass to the game. You understand what I'm saying? Because she literally is just wasting your time, and you don't actually have time to deal with women who's going to waste your time. So you got to get rid of her quickly so that you can make room for someone else who's more about what you're trying to do. You see what I'm saying? And then you start stacking those chicks in your rotation, and the ones who aren't like that, you get rid of them quickly. And I'm talking to you specifically because you're an entrepreneur, so you don't got no time to really be going back and forth with a chick who's not 100% cooperative from the jump, because you don't have time for anything less. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So you gotta be super, super like ready to charge a chick at any moment. You understand what I'm saying? But in order to build that roster, in order to build like any type of chicks that you're dealing with, you have to, and sometimes just let them know, be like, listen, I'm a real busy man working on my joint. So I got time between this time and that time to meet up with you this week, right? And let them know, like, listen, that's the time I have for right now. You understand? So if they're really feeling you, they will make that happen. You understand? And then, so you're starting off from a premise of them understanding that your time is valuable. You ain't got no time to waste. So if they fuck it up, it's over. You understand what I'm saying? And the reason why it's good to let them know this, let them know that you only have a limited amount of time, is because if she likes you, right, she's gonna realize, I can't fuck around because I might not be able to see this nigga for a whole nother week. You understand what I'm saying? Or whatever it is, right? But then if she does fuck it up, basically all that's saying is, I don't like you enough to give a fuck that I might not see you. You see what I'm saying? So all you're doing is really getting her in a position to choose. You understand? Like choose heavy at this moment. You see what I'm saying? But you got to set it up to where she understands what type of guy you are. Because understand this, if you're chasing around a chick who's flaky, what does that say about you and how serious you are about your business? You see what I'm saying? So it's like that. You got to make sure that these chicks you're dealing with understand the type of dude they're dealing with in this situation. You see what I'm saying?
Also, caller, can you hear me, caller?
Yeah.
Yeah. So another aspect to add to what Locario was saying is that as you develop into an entrepreneur, one of the important parts is that, as an entrepreneur lifestyle becomes a part of your identity as a man, you have to start to come up with ways to make your life inclusive in a creative way. And what I mean by that is you can literally turn errands that you have to run for your business into a date with the right girl. You understand what I'm saying? So, for example, let's just say you make donuts and you got to go downtown and buy, you know, a few bags of flour, right? Well, maybe you did the research and realized that the place that sells the flour, like 2 or 3 blocks down the street, is a little cafe, and you know your girl likes coffee, right? So you say to her, "Hey, babe, whatever, come with me. I gotta go get some, you know, I gotta go buy some supplies for the donut shop. You know what I'm saying? So come with me today. You know, we're gonna go get some donuts. I mean, some flour for the donuts or whatever, right? So you bring it to the spot. You talk to the guy. You buy the flour, and you even have her help you load them shits up in the fucking car. You understand? And then she's about to get back in the car, and then you say, hold up, wait. And then you say, you know, come here. You lock up the car, and then you grab her by the hand, and you just take a nice romantic walk down. And then you go to the cafe, you understand, and then you say to her, "Hey, you know, I know how much you love coffee. Let's sit here and have a quick cup of coffee, you know, as we you know, build on this relationship, because you know how much I care about you, and I appreciate you for coming with me to get the flour, and so on and so forth, right? So while you're on the errand for your business, you know, you take 15, 20 minutes for you and her to kind of, like, you know, have a little, like a quick little date. You understand what I'm saying? Or have a little bit of time for you and her. But again, that's just an example. But any man who's an entrepreneur, you have to figure out ways to, you know, as your business becomes a part of your lifestyle, that female also has to understand that that's a part of the lifestyle. You understand? But she's gonna be more interested to fuck with you, because she sees that even though you make your business come first, you still have the creativity to be, you know, the type of guy that's like romantic, and you still, you know, consider her, and you consider the relationship, and you consider, you know, different little opportunities for you guys to spend time with each other and still build on shit. And that and what that will do is it's going to make you stand out more than any other guy she's ever been with, because she sees, because your business is specialized to you, and then those different little ways that you figure out how to, you know, be, you know, I guess you could call it romantic or whatever. Those are going to be very specific experiences that she has with you, and pretty much no other guys. So that's going to set you apart. You get what I'm saying? So that type of creativity, while you still focus on your business, and while you still focus on being that type of guy that your woman can fall in love with. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, man, that was some golden nuggets right there.
Yeah, man. So just, you know what I'm saying, just make sure they fit into your situation and keep in charge them chicks if they on that bullshit or they wasting your time, and you should be good. And just, you know what I'm saying, be consistent with doing that. So it's just all about a balance, man. You know, you focus on your work, focus on the shit you're doing, but at the same time, if you're letting any chicks in your circle, they got to be about what you're about as far as, you know, the things that you're doing. And if they're not, you got to get rid of them quickly, because I'm telling you, and I'll leave you with this. The reason why you got to get rid of women so quick, get rid of women quickly, is because the more you engage with a woman who's a time waster, the harder it becomes to pull back, because you're investing. And the more you invest, the harder it is to pull back, because you're like, well, I already been talking to her for like a week, so I might as well try to like keep it going so I can get her out. You understand what I'm saying? Because you feel like you took all this time. You don't want to feel like you wasted your time. So this is why when you realize at that point, you know, the moment you realize she on some bullshit and she's all over the place, all right, let me just keep that shit pushing, because most times in a lot of cases it's not going to work out, and it's just going to be you wasting more time after more time with chicks who are like that, instead of just like cutting it off quickly and then continuing with a new girl who's going to be better suited for the situation. You feel me?
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Brother, appreciate the call, man. I'm a holla. All right, let's go to 313. 313, what's popping? Who this?
What's up, Locario? What's up, Miles? How y'all doing?
Chilling. Did you donate?
What up?
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. So what's going on?
All right, so this question is more so for Miles, but quick question. I remember on one of the shows you had mentioned that either you said look at flaking as you dodging the bullet, or look at a woman rejecting you as dodging the bullet. I remember you saying that. I wish I could go back to the show and clarify what you said, but I just wanted some clarity on like what exactly did you mean by that. So, and Locario, if you want to jump in, I want to hear your thoughts as well.
Well, I mean, all I was really saying is that no, you good. All it really is that, you know, it's sort of similar to what we were just saying to the other caller. It's like if a chick is gonna flake on you, that just simply means that she don't respect your time. And if she don't respect your time, that means she's not down for you. So why would you want to spend any more energy on a chick that's not down for you? That's really all it is. You understand? So if a chick flakes, or if a chick tries to waste your time, or because like we were just talking about with the guy who's an entrepreneur. If you're an entrepreneur and you have a schedule and you text the chick and you're trying to fit her into the schedule and she's acting like, well, she's too busy to fuck with you, then she needs to get kicked to the curb.
Right.
You understand? Because the simple fact that she can't fit into your schedule means that she will fuck up your business for you trying to fuck with her.
Facts.
Period.
Facts.
So if she's not willing to fit into your schedule, you kick her to the curb, and yes, you're dodging a bullet.
Right.
Because she's literally showing you the signs of someone who will waste your time, fuck up your schedule, and thereby end up fucking up your business or fucking up whatever you got going on. You understand what I'm saying? So yes, you're dodging a bullet. You should consider it. If a chick shows herself to be uncooperative, yes, you're dodging a bullet, because that means she's not fucking with you. She's not really down for you.
Right. And also too, remember guys, when a woman flakes, right? Flaking is unless the girl is like dying. You understand? And in most cases, she's not dying. She's not that sick. She's not in her bed or whatever. Right. In most cases, when a woman is flaking, right, that means that the interest isn't high. The interest isn't really there, because if it was, she would come see you. You understand? So what happens is that women, you got to understand something. Women keep men around for or engage with men for a number of different reasons, right? Like we're just a straight line. Okay, she looks good. I want to go meet her to fuck. You understand? Like that's it. You understand what I'm saying? Or at least that's the thing on the front end, right? But for women, right. But for women, they got so many other reasons as to why they'll do things, and just like how we put women in categories of like, she would be the type of chick, that's my type, that, if things went well, I would wife. This is the girl I would just fuck. I would never make her my wife or girl or whatever. This is the type of girl that I would never even touch, but I'll just like, I'll let her suck my dick, whatever, however you put it. Women are on the same shit, but they have way more other categories for you. So this is why flaking a lot of times happens, because when the flake happens, sometimes you were just a placeholder. You understand what I'm saying? Because like usually, so what happens is this, right? So men, we don't really do that. Like we don't necessarily use women as placeholders. If we make a date with a chick, it's like we trying to go see the chick. You understand? That's why we made the fucking date. Women are different. Women will agree to a date with you, and then she will see you if something else better doesn't come along.
Right.
And then sometimes something better comes along, or something she feels is better comes along, and therefore you get the flake. You see what I'm saying? And so what happens is, again, it's still a lack of interest there. Also, sometimes what happens is this too. You ever get a call from a chick that you messed with before? It could be the girl you hooked up with, you smashed or whatever, or even it could be a girl you didn't smash. You understand what I'm saying? But what happens is this. You haven't heard from this girl in like a few months or whatever. And then all of a sudden she hits you back. She hits you just out of the blue. Hey, stranger, what's up? What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. And you're like, oh, it's good. Like, let's get together and make something happen. And she's like, oh, yeah, that'll be cool. Let me check my schedule and blah, blah, blah. Right? But sometimes what happens is nothing still doesn't happen. You're like, why did this chick even hit me up? And we ain't even seen each other. Like, she ain't trying to see me. What the fuck is that about? Right? Now, the reason why they'll do that, you understand? The reason why they'll do that is because they still need, even for that moment, even if they weren't really trying to meet up with you, they still want to know that they can meet up with you so that they can feel good about the fact that they feel like they could if they wanted to. You understand? So they just literally used you just for that moment. Because, for example, that girl could have just went out on a date that went terribly wrong. You understand? Like, she didn't like the date. The guy was an asshole or whatever. Things didn't go right. So she's going to hit you up right after the date. Hey, what's up? How you been? I haven't heard from you in a while. You understand? And you're like excited to see her. You're like, oh, hey, what's up? Let's make something happen. She's like, oh, yeah, definitely. Let's do that. And then y'all stop texting. You hung up the phone or whatever. And she's done. She just got that little boost of confidence. You understand?
Yo, Mr. Locario, why she ghosted me, yo?
Right. You know what I'm saying? And so women will do that. So this is what I'm saying. Any type of situation where the girl isn't actively trying to come see you and deal with you and be in front of you and make something happen, it's some lack of interest there. You understand? Right. And so like what Miles is saying is that, look, you're dodging a bullet, because what it is that if a chick is not actually interested in you, there's no reason for her to be in your situation, because all that's going to happen is that you're going to give and she's only going to take. She's not going to give anything, because women who are not interested in you, or women who have a lack of interest in you, always take. They don't give. And they only take because all they're taking from you is the attention. You understand that you're giving them, but they're not going to give you anything in return because they're not interested in you. Women only give to men they're interested in. You understand what I'm saying? If you notice, when a woman's really interested in you, it's like, it feels like you're pulling teeth. You're doing all the work. You're doing more shit than her. You know what I'm saying? You're chasing after her, all this other stuff. She doesn't really, she's not interested in you. So this is why Miles is saying he dodged the bullet, because if you're dealing with the girl that flakes and going back and forth with her, all it is you're dealing with a woman who is just going to extract a lot of attention, time, and energy and resources from you without giving you anything back. You see what I'm saying?
And there's a time factor, and when I say dodge a bullet, meaning that it's better for her to flake on you, or for her to act non-compliant now, so you can charge her now instead of charging her later after you put invested time and energy into the situation.
Exactly. Right. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is. So yeah, right. So that's what it is, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Now go ahead. What you saying?
Oh no, I'm about to. I remember Locario. I remember there was something that you said. You were saying that women have guys that they use to soak up your energy to make them feel confident, so they can go fuck the next man.
Oh, of course.
When you said that, I was like, holy shit! Like that, it was almost like the light bulb above my head went off. I was like, oh shit! Like that. That's one of my favorite one of my favorite gems from you. I'm like,
oh yeah, they definitely do that. Like, that's how I'm telling you.
Back then, you know what I mean?
They definitely do that. That's what you got to understand. Like it's women do similar shit that we do, but just different ways. Because we do that too. We'll go for the chick, you know what I'm saying? Because we just hit it, like smash a chick, just because like we want to get our nut off, but also it's an ego thing of feeling like, oh yeah, I can hit this or whatever like that. Women do that, but it's not like they do that with attention. You see what I'm saying? Because attention for them is like us smashing for us. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's easy for a chick to get dick, so she can't really necessarily get ego points for getting dick, because it's like that's nothing. But if she could get your attention, if she could get to where you seem interested in dealing with her, oh, that goes a long way. You see what I'm saying? And so that's the thing where guys don't realize, when you're giving a woman your attention, right? It's so important. It's so valuable to them, which is why you just can't give the girl your attention like that. That's why I be trying to keep telling you guys, you have to give a woman, listen, let me tell you something. And you got to be very careful, because I've gotten caught up with this shit too. Women are so clever at extracting attention. They're so clever.
Right.
And the thing is that the more that you're aware of this, the more you'll recognize it, and it'll pop out in front of you. You'll be like, oh shit, this chick trying to get attention from me. Because like, for example, you be on an online dating site, you trying to set up a date with a girl, and she'll just throw like random shit at you, and you didn't even notice that she's just trying to extract attention. You understand? And you're like, oh hey, what's up? What you doing Friday night? Let's get together. And she'll say something like, oh, here's my number. Text me here or some shit. And you're thinking, I didn't ask her for no fucking number. I'm trying to set the, and she's trying to say segue it into this shit.
Right. Or here's my Instagram, because I don't really like texting too much. So here's my Instagram, right. or here's my Snapchat. Truthfully, she just want one more follower. Period.
Right, exactly. And you're just like, what the fuck? So they're trying to funnel you into a lot of attention instead of actually adhering to the shit that you're trying to do. And again, that's lack of interest, because the women who are interested in you, they're just going to follow your directions. They're just going to follow what you're saying and go along with that conversation thread of what you created, instead of trying to go on all these other tangents, asking you a whole bunch of other weird ass bullshit. You understand? And you got to understand too, is that, and I'll say this, it's so fucked up. Sometimes women have been dealing with so many niggas who ain't got game that they're subconsciously transferring that type of energy to you, even if they like you sometimes. You understand? So what does that mean? That means that you're telling a girl, hey, let's meet up. What day you free? And you're expecting her to just like respond with that. But because she's so used to dealing with simps and fucking beta male ass niggas, she's gonna respond how she would to these guys by just saying whatever the fuck she say, instead of actually listening to what you're saying, because she's still coming off the energy of the simps. You understand? So you have to, as a man, break her out of that and reprogram her to fucking respond to you like the man you are.
Right, because she got a script too. She got a script for them dumb simp niggas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She got a script for them. She know exactly what she gonna text next.
You see what I mean? So that's why you got to make sure you're on point with what you're doing, because if you just follow her, then essentially you're just feeding into her experience of dealing with a guy who's a simp. And now she's going to start to look at you as the simp, because you are responding to her as a simp. You're responding to her as a beta. You see what I'm saying? Instead of reframing the situation to where she has to respond to you like you the fucking man.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So so you got to be careful of that shit. You see what I mean? So you got to be very careful of that, because it's crazy how a lot of these chicks, so they've been dealing with so many dudes. This is why, like, when you sometimes first meet a girl, you try to holler at a girl in the street. This is why I tell guys, listen, don't get so put off a lot of times or take it personally when a chick act like a bitch when you approach her. It's because she's been getting approached by a bunch of goofy niggas. And so she's responding to you like you're those niggas. You see what I'm saying? In certain situations. So it's just, that happens sometimes. You feel me?
Right. And I'll leave you guys with this last statement real quick. Because I used to be that guy. I used to take a woman flaking. I used to take that so personal, but like now it's like I look at the chick and I'm like, oh, she flaked. All right, bet I can go to the bar. I can stay home, play Call of Duty. I can just stay home, play some video game. Like, the things that I want to do. Like, so like when the woman flakes, it's like I'll have like other things planned on the things that I want to do if she decides to flake on me. You know what I'm saying? I think I figured that out for a while. I remember EO had mentioned that too. Like when you set up a date or whatever, it's like set up the date, but also like set aside the things that you want to do if just in case the woman flakes. So like I said, when she flakes, like I can stay home, play some Call of Duty with my boys, play some 2K with my boys, go to the bar, go on a solo date by myself to the movies if I want to. You know what I'm saying? So that's
right, and that's the thing, right, and that's the thing, and this a good point you're making is that when you're even setting dates up with women or setting time to deal with women, it should actually still even be where it's like, this is why I say you got to fit them in. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you should already have 10 things on your plate you got to do. And you're like, I'll fit you in here. So if the chick flakes, you already got the other 10 things you're going to do anyway. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is like, a lot of times the reason why guys take it personally or they get upset is because they have nothing to do and they made the woman everything. Like, oh man, I got a date this weekend. Shit, this is going to be exciting. I can't wait to see you girls. And it's like, bro, you should have so much shit to do where you're like, this is how it should be when you're planning dates. In your mind, you should be like, do I have time for this chick this week? Can I fit her in this week? Like, I gotta double check and see. Like you should already have like so much. It should almost be hard to fit her in. You understand what I'm saying? And which is why when she does flake, you're like, oh, we're done, because it was already hard for me to fit you in. Like, so it's like, yo, like, what the fuck? You see what I'm saying? So it's that type of mindset that most guys don't have and should have, and that's going to really propel you, because either you got all this other stuff to do that or other chicks you gonna see or whatever it is. So you have all those things piled up there, so that when she does flake, it doesn't even fit. It almost feels like a relief. Like, okay, cool, well, good. I actually had this other shit I got to do, or this other thing that was. You understand what I'm saying? Because you want to make all the things in your situation and in your life like very like just working out very smoothly. You understand what I'm saying? You don't want to have to deal with none of the bullshit. And remember, first impressions are important. So if your first impression is that you're flaking, then what the fuck am I taking you seriously like that for? Now again, if a woman, if you charge it to the game and she comes back at some point and she's kind of like almost like begging to come back or trying to make something happen or whatever, or she's really interested or whatever, right? And then at that point, you can see, okay, can I even fit this girl in? And if I do, she got to do something. You understand what I'm saying? To make her fall out of the bullshit. Like you can't, like she, like Miles is saying, she got to start the fucking, you know what I'm saying, below the ground. She's starting from way, way back. You feel me? All right, my brother. Appreciate the call, man.
I appreciate the advice you guys give. Yep.
That's what's up, man. Appreciate you, man. All right, so let me answer this. Let's answer this real quick before we get to the next call. So Wade Wilson said, based on what Miles is saying, why would some random chick just do what you say because you said so? Should you just go up to a chick and be like, do what I say because I say so? See, this is where guys don't understand their power as men. Y'all don't understand it, man.
And also, Wade Wilson is showing his hand because he's literally just telling everybody on the internet that he's never been able to tell a woman anything.
Right.
Understand? He's letting everybody on the internet know that he's never been able to command the attention of a female in his life.
Right.
And that's sad. You understand? And I feel for him. And that's why I think, you know, if he's not on a Bad Boy membership, he definitely should get on the Bad Boy membership, because he needs to work on his confidence.
Right.
You understand? He needs to work on his confidence, because I've been on dates where I've instructed women to do things. It might be something simple. Like, I've been on a date with a chick and we were headed back to her car. And she was like, yeah, I just bought this car and so on and so forth. And I'm like, let me test drive your car. And she's like, first time meeting her, she hands me the keys to her car though.
Right, exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? Like,
see, let's rephrase this thing. Imagine a woman said, why would some random guy just take you out on a date because you're attractive? Like that, you understand what I'm saying? Like, that sounds ridiculous. If the woman's attractive, there's going to be a random guy that's going to want to take her out because he's attracted to her. When a woman is attracted to you, she's going to do what a random guy says because she's attracted to him.
Period.
You understand what I'm saying? So
now,
to
Wade Wilson, I hope that one day he meets a woman, you know, and has an interaction with her to the point where she's attracted to him enough where she will do what he says. And if he remembers this when he's on that particular date, maybe he could get her to do something out of character to prove to him how attracted to him she is.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But again, a lot of you guys, be careful with the way you phrase your questions, because initially you think you're gonna stump us or you're gonna make us look stupid, when right there in your question, it just shows that you've never been in a situation to have a woman attracted to you to the point where she's willing to do what you say upon meeting you.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And you're putting that type of call to two guys who we experience that type of shit all the time, though.
Right.
You understand? We experience that type of shit all the time, which is why you should trust what we're saying.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because we live the reality that you guys seek.
Right.
You understand? No cap, like no real game, no theory. We live the reality that you guys are seeking. We live the reality that you guys are literally questioning. You guys are look at this. He said some random chick just do what you say because you said so. Yes, my nigga. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, remember we was I freaking loved when we was in Houston that time, man. That shit was hilarious. The whole matter of fact, that night, we wasn't even like we was talking to other girls and they came and found us. You understand what I'm saying? We talked to them, we left them, went to talk to some other women.
Other girls.
And the first girls came to found us, gave this keys, said, yo, whatever y'all want to do, wherever y'all want to go. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever y'all want to do, we just met them.
Right. Because we was in the new town and we didn't rent a car. We was just doing Ubers.
Right.
And all of a sudden we got keys to a car.
Right.
and we got keys to a car and 2 bitches.
Right. Exactly.
All of a sudden.
And so while we're shooting the Game Kings documentary, you feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Man, that shit is crazy. But that's what I'm saying. Like, see, women respond to masculine men. You understand what I'm saying? It's natural for her to want to do those things. You understand? And this is why a lot of guys be mad at Chad and Tyrone. You know what I'm saying? Because they be like, yo, these girls would do that for Chad and Tyrone, because they're interested in Chad and Tyrone. Why don't you become Chad and Tyrone? You understand what I'm saying? Like,
but I also want to point out that I've also told you guys, you know, the story of that one chick that you know, we was in the spot and I told her what seat to sit in and she wouldn't sit in the seat, right? And I ended the date right then and there. So we give you both sides, bro. We give you both sides. Understand that we've been in a situation where we meet a chick, and upon meeting them, they do exactly what we say. And then I've also been in situations where I've been on a date with a chick. I try to tell her what to do, and she didn't want to do what I asked her to do. And but I ended the date though. I didn't continue fucking with her though. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference. A lot of guys in the same situation would continue fucking with the chick because she's cute or whatever. But the point we're trying to show you is game. I'm not just sitting here acting like every girl I meet, I tell her to do something and she do it on some random shit. Not sitting here telling y'all that. I gave y'all both sides of the story. You understand? But the side of the story when the bitch ain't listening,
she's done.
She's done.
She's done.
And that right there is the gem. That's the game. You get what I'm saying?
Right. That's real shit. So let's go to let's get to 412. 412 is popping. Who this?
Hey, mr.locario, that's sushi.
What's going on, man?
Yeah. So I made a new video. It's called "Fantasy Women versus the Womanist Woman."
Sushi,
right?
why you always calling out talking about your videos and shit? This nigga trying to promote his YouTube channel. What's going on with you, man? What else going on with you, bro?
Well, okay. I just thought that you don't like me asking questions, but okay. Yeah. So there's this situation, right? So like a lot of the college girls, they come in and they're with their parents, right? So how do I approach that situation? Like do I wait until their parents leave or something?
You said the college girls be there with their parents?
Yeah, sometimes they go to the store or whatever that they're just on campus and they're like, they're walking with their parents and with their parents. So how do I approach that situation?
Just approach them. Be like, listen. Be like, hey, sir, I think your daughter is very attractive. I would like to talk to her real quick. And then you talk to the daughter. That's it. My dude Eddie Fuse used to do that shit all the time. He's like he would see it, you know, he see a chick with her parents or somebody, and he just walk up and, you know what I'm saying? Be like, yo, I want to speak to your daughter real quick. But you see, that takes balls, man. You know what I'm saying? So you got you.
I mean,
what?
I mean, so you're saying to address the male of the family first.
Yeah, or just address the parents or address everybody, or, you know, talk to them all at once. Be like, hey, excuse me, guys. Listen, I don't mean to interrupt. I know y'all about to do something, but I had to stop because, you know, your daughter, I think she looks amazing, and, you know, I would love to talk to her for a little bit before you guys, you know, leave or whatever. You know, if that's okay with y'all. You understand? And that's it.
Also, Sushi, you so you go to the same school, right?
Yeah.
So you go also kind of you know, you use that as something, be like, hey, you know, my name is Sushi, and I've been going to the school for a minute, and, you know, your daughter seems really cool, and if she ever needs anybody to, like, you know, take her on the tour of the campus, I'm your guy. Here's my number. You understand? And I also work with the you know, the Asian Pacific club, so I got access to all the parties and the this and the that. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and I happen to think white girls are the best. So, you know, tell Emily to come to my dorm later. Like, you could mix it up, man. Yo, it sounds like I'm joking. But that's game. Like, that's beautiful game right there.
Right. I could see him saying that shit to somebody. I think white girls are the best. So. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, so I approach them like a group. Are you saying that, or like if I would approach a group, is that right? Like address the whole group?
Yeah, you could do that. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Get on the freaking list. I think you're on a membership still. Listen to that program over and over again where I talk about the art of approaching groups of women. You know what I'm saying? The same moves apply when you're approaching groups. You know, you can acknowledge the whole group and you narrow it down to the person you want to talk to, and then you keep that shit pushing. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
You feel me?
So, I mean, the parents, aren't that like a complication?
No. See, this is the thing, bro. It's like, look, it's all about being a people person and having social skills and social intelligence. You understand what I'm saying? Like, everybody knows what's going on. You understand? As long as you're respectful and you know how to move and maneuver in a situation, right? People are going to be open to you in a lot of cases. Now, you have some people that just going through whatever they're going through their day, and they got issues or whatever, or they in a certain mood. It is what it is. But generally speaking, you understand? If a dude was to approach a girl with her parents and he was super respectful, first of all, the parents is just going to most likely get out the way and let it happen. He's gonna be like, oh, cool, yeah, you know, whatever. And they'll think that shit is adorable. You feel what I'm saying? And then you talk to the girl real quick, exchange numbers, and then you keep it pushing. You shake the dad's hand, you know what I'm saying? Look him in the eye, you know what I mean? And you know, tell the mother, you know, have a good day, and then you keep it moving. You see what I'm saying? That's it.
So it's like, hey, how you guys doing? You know, there's like a family of three, mother, father, and a girl walking, and just like, hey, how's it going? They're like, hey, so like looking for a response, like, fine, how are you? And like,
see, Sushi, you're thinking too much.
Hey, I think
you're thinking too much. You got to be in a situation, bro, where you start to flow with the conversation, man. Don't think too much about it. You just got to flow into the conversation. You understand what I'm saying? And then let the conversation flow where it needs to go. If you got skills, you know how to direct the conversation in a certain way, but you got to be in this situation to really feel it out to see what could happen in that particular specific situation. You understand? Because we can't necessarily tell you what to say because we don't know what's going to happen unless you're in that situation. You feel what I'm saying? But brother, we got a few more calls, but I'm gonna holler at you, my dude. I appreciate the call. Let's go.
Thank you, Sushi.
Let's go to 601. 601 was popping. Who this?
Wait.
601. All right, he hung up. Okay. So guys, the caller number is 516 387-1224, 516-387-1224 is the number. If you have a question, put a Q in the chat. AJ Lino said, should every encounter you have after getting a girl's number or after the date be a fuck, I guess you say fuck buddy, or he said fuck buddy situation, or can it be for other things like business or something else because you like her vibe? Well, this is the thing. When you first deal with a chick, right, it should be, and this is what I'm saying, it should be sexual shit first. You understand what I'm saying? So if you get a girl's information and then y'all talk and then y'all meet up and then y'all have sex, right? You just met her 2 days ago, right? Now, if you find out she has some sort of business situation that could help you out, then cool. See what it could do. You understand what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that you don't want to do too much first if you are sexually attracted to her. Meaning, if you're sexually attracted to her, sex should come first, and then everything else comes afterwards. You don't want to be sexually attracted to the woman and be like, oh, let me try to do some business type stuff with her, and then try to. It's like that's backwards. You understand? Get the sex out the way.
And also that's cowardly. That's cowardly.
Right.
You understand? Right. Because if you know you're sexually attracted to the chick, then your focus should be exploring that sexual attraction. You understand? Right. Now, I mean, I'll say, if it's some situations, allow certain opportunities. If you try to pursue her sexually and you realize she's not feeling you, but she got connections in your industry, then maybe you can explore figuring out if she can be useful to you in another way. But you still have to be able to respect your own desire and pursue her sexually. Mm-hmm. And then if it doesn't work, then if you want to do the business shit, you could. Right. But what happens is a lot of niggas get scared and then they be like on some indirect shit just because they're afraid to find out if the bitch is feeling them or not. Right. You understand what I'm saying? So don't be a pussy and try to do the business networking indirect shit because you was too scared to hear no. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. And we're gonna get to the calls in a second. Real quick, I just want to answer this question from Wade. We asking a bunch of good ass questions though, because he's the representation of a lot of dudes who might not get it. But he said, why do you have to get sex out of the way? If a chick likes you, should it matter if it's first or last? Well, this is the thing. The key thing is her liking you. That's why you try to get sex out the way, because you need to see if she likes you sexually. You see what I'm saying? Because if you don't get sex out of the way, how do you know the woman likes you sexually? You see what I'm saying? So if you're dealing with a girl, right, and you're like, you know what? I'm not going to bother to get sex out the way. I'm not going to worry about the sex. Even though I want to have sex with her, I'm going to just chill and see what goes down. Then you end up fucking with this girl for 2-3 weeks. Y'all never have sex, and then she stops calling you. So now you wasted 3 weeks on a chick who wasn't sexually interested in you. But if you would have got the sex out of the way, you would have known on day one she ain't trying to fuck you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And then you wouldn't have wasted your time.
Why should it matter if it's first or last? So Wade Wilson sound like the type of nigga that's willing to wait like 90 days for pussy, huh?
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
It matters because it matters to you. You understand? That's why it matters. Because if you're sexually attracted to a girl, then it matters that she's sexually attracted to you as well. So you have to have sex. That's why it fucking matters. You understand? Right. A lot of you guys like Wade Wilson and other guys. And I'm saying this because I'm trying to impart game, not because I'm trying to come at these dudes.
Right.
A lot of you guys, you sit there and you listen to women like villainize or minimize sexual desire, and then you fucking, oh, okay, well, if you put it that way, then maybe we don't need to have sex. No.
Right.
No. A lot of these bitches love to, like, for example, I was on a date with a chick and I was telling her like, yo, we need to go. We was on the second date, so I was trying to smash. I'm like, yo, we need to go get a room. We need to go do this. We need to go do that. But during the course of the conversation, I had let her know that I got other women that I'm seeing. And she's like, oh, well, you know, if you're seeing other women and you're having sex with other women, then why is it? She's like, well, why are you so desperate? Why is it so important for us to have sex? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm supposed to take her logic and be like, oh, you know, maybe you're right.
Right.
But I never saw that bitch again though. That she was done. You understand? She charged herself to the game with that type of rhetoric. You get what I'm saying? Because because the reason why it matters is because I want to fuck.
Exactly.
That's why it matters. And that's the only reason why it needs to matter. The fact that I'm fucking other bitches, the fact that it makes me seem like I'm desperate, or the fact that it makes me seem like I'm fiending for sex, or however you want to try to shame language it, or however you want to look at it, the only reason why it needs to matter is because it matters to me.
Right.
And a lot of times these chicks love to play these little Jedi mind games to make it seem like because you want to have sex, you know, there's something wrong with you, or there's something wrong with wanting to have sex, or whatever the fuck it is. You understand? When the whole time all they're really trying to do is to give you an excuse for them to continue taking your time and energy.
Right.
You understand? The bottom line is, guys, if it matters to you, then it matters. Period.
Exactly. That's facts. So let's go to 601 and 712 and then 516. So 601, what's popping? Who this?
This is Dada.
What up, my brother? What's going on with your fam?
Ain't nothing to it, Mr. Lowe.
What up?
Evening, Miles. What's going on, bro?
What's up with you, bro? Good to hear from you, man.
I appreciate it. Look, I want to run something by you guys right quick.
Did he donated, though, right?
Oh yeah, Dada always donates. He's good. He's good. So what's going on with your fam?
And I want to tell y'all about something I experienced a couple of weeks ago with a young chick. Over here where I live at, it's a chick. I ran into the work in this gas station. And the first day, I noticed she was new and that I go at kind of real. And I know she smelled real good, so I complimented her like she smelled. I told her, hey, I said, you smell good. And she told me, thank you. Well, about 3 days later, I went back to the same store. And she was in there like she was making coffee or something. And she had her back turned. So I walked up behind her, put my arms around. And when I put my arms around, I leaned in on her neck. And anyway, I told her then if I done that, and we kind of, separated. I told her, go get your phone. So she went and got her phone. So I took Miles' tip and I said, look, let me see your phone. She unlocked it. So she gave it to me. So I put my number on her phone, right? And about, I say maybe a week later, we was chopping it up, a little bit. Here and there. So I sided up to try to hook up with her. And anyway, make a long story short, we was talking to chat. We were supposed to be meeting up. She didn't show up. So that pissed me off. So I said, this young girl, she tripped. She ain't serious about it. And they ain't got time for this shit. And all I could hear is you guys saying, cut them loose. You know what I'm saying? Which I know that at my age, I'm 44. I wasn't born yesterday, which I know. I can see she ain't gonna act right. So I went back by the store after she ghosted me. I want to say maybe 3-4 days later. So I went by there and I was in there getting a drink. I ain't say a word to this chick. I got the drink. This chick come from behind the counter, walked behind me and put her ears in my waistline. And so I told her just like this, Mr. Lowe and Miles. I told her, look, I said, I ain't got time for you. I said, you playing too many games. I ain't got time for this. I said, you supposed to meet me a couple of days ago. You didn't even meet me. You didn't call. You didn't text. You didn't say nothing. I said, now you. She said, well, I ain't tell you. Did I tell you you couldn't get this? I said, no, you ain't saying, but your actions when you ain't show up, kind of telling me I can't. We can't hook up. You ain't down.
Right.
So, anyway, a little time goes by. I was going there. We off and on. We had a little light conversation. So I noticed she wanted attention. But she ain't getting no attention. So So I stopped going in there. When I was sitting, I would go to another store. I said, I ain't going by it. So she started calling me. She started calling me. Just like the blue, she started hitting me up. When we gonna get together? And like now she done called me in like the last 3 weeks. She done called me about 4 times. Want to hook up, and she been texting me about hooking up. But you know what? Like I told you before, Mr. Lowe, I'm married anyway. And I got a girlfriend too. I'm not even really interested in that shit.
Right.
When I wanted her, I wanted her. When she bullshitted me, I lost interest. Now she want to hook up. I'm just kind of ignoring. I don't even want to deal with it. Look like you should have gave it to me from the start.
Right. Right. So what? So when she been hitting you up all this time, you just been like ignoring the texts?
Well, no, I'm not gonna tell you no lie. I say like things like she may say, because she doesn't work at that gas station no more. She went to work at another job, so she was letting me know I started a new job, and if you want to still get together, I can let you, because she got some kids. I think she told me she had 3 kids. She said, I can let you know when I get a babysitter, we can get together. I'm like, all right, maybe I hit you back on that, maybe, but I'm not feeling that shit. I just lost interest in
Nah, she it's the thing. See, with women like that, right? What it is you got to be careful, because they're that's like super attention whore type of vibes. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's real simple. It's real simple for y'all to make something happen and get together. And that's it. You understand what I'm saying? So the fact that she just keep hitting you up, trying to extract more attention. Oh yeah, when something happened, listen. If anything, if you was even going to still deal with her at all or anything like that, it would need to be like, yo, listen, only call me when you're ready to meet me that day. That's it. And if I'm free, we'll meet up. That's what you got to do. You see what I'm saying? Meaning we're not planning to meet up, but if you're free, hit me up. And if I'm free, we'll get together. You see what I'm saying? With women like that, you gotta be so like we're not planning nothing. Like I'm not like talking to you and say, hey, yeah, let's get together and do this. No. Hit me up, and and then when you hit me up, I'm be like, yo, you be like, yo, I'm free tonight. You free? And it's gonna be either yes or no to her. You understand what I'm saying? And if it's like yes, okay, cool, come through right now and let's make it happen. If she's on some BS, then there's no reason for her to be calling you. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because, so with girls like that, right? With girls like that, you gotta literally let them know, like, yo, only call me on a day when you are free to meet me that day.
Right.
That's it. You understand what I'm saying?
In a situation like that, you know what I might do? I'd ask my wife or my girl if they need something, and if they be like, yo, I need somebody to help me with this laundry. I'd set up a date and be like, yeah, I'm gonna need you to come do this laundry. And don't even fuck her. Just make her come over, do the laundry, fold the laundry, and be like, hey, I had a great time. You have a good night, and kick her the fuck out.
Right, exactly.
You understand? To see where she's really at. You understand? To see what, because if she if she got kids and shit like that, then she understand time. She understand, making a home. She understand the importance of all of that shit. So if she's really, really down to spend some time with you, be like, listen, you're not even gonna smell my dick. Like you gotta like I said, when bitches fuck up, you gotta make them come from under the dirt. You understand what I'm saying? And not on no disrespectful shit, but she gotta understand that I gave you the opportunity to meet me halfway. Like we could meet each other, get to know each other, probably go out and have a good time. You shitted on that. You understand? So now you're gonna have to get to know my dirty drawers, bitch. Like you're gonna have to get to know, another side of me before you even get to the part where we get on a date. You understand? Like you gotta come, wash the floors for my wife or something. Like you gotta come, mow the lawn. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta come. If you really want to get to know me now, you gotta prove it. You understand what I'm saying? And she's and like I said, nothing sexual to begin with. Just have her come over and do something, and then say, hey, I had a great time. Thank you so much. And then let her leave. You understand? And see where she's really at. And that's if you want to spend the time on that. You understand that? Like, because you know, that's neither here or there. Like, she got 3 kids, and you know, I don't know what kind of benefit she could really bring to you. But the point I'm trying to make is that when chicks fuck up like that, you have to let them know that, you know, I gave you the chance to meet me, you know, person to person, face to face, on some date shit. Now, if you're really trying to get with me, you gotta start from down here. You understand? Like, you gotta do, you know, you gotta do some menial shit, or run an errand for me, pick up my dry cleaning or something. That's the only way you can see me now, because I'm too busy fucking with new bitches. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I got a wife and I got a girlfriend, so I ain't got time for you.
Right. Nah, that's a real talk. So yeah, don't be spending time on the phone with her and all that other crazy.
To your point, she did tell me, you know, that, you know, she can cook. So I told her one day, I said, look, man, she was talking about some fishy grits. I said, well, man, did you cook me some fishy grits from? She was like, yeah, I do that. In that case, when you talking about the laundry, what if I had her to cook me a meal? What you think about that?
Yeah, that too. She gotta do something.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe if she, you know, if she know what she's doing, and if you trust her, and if she's clean, like, do you know if she's clean?
Right.
Some bitches, you got to be careful. Some bitches, if you don't know them like that, you got to be careful them cooking for you. Like, if you never seen their house, you don't know how clean or dirty their kitchen or their house is, you might not really want her cooking for you. You understand?
But my thing is, Miles, if she was gonna cook for me, I was gonna be in that motherfucker. I wanted to be there in the house and check shit out. You get what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, right. You can do that.
No, my idea, if she gonna cook, I'm gonna be in your joint. I'm gonna be in your place.
Right. Nah, yeah, just that's the thing, man. Don't waste too much time anymore on this chick or any chick like that. Just like, yo, if you start to see they on that attention whore shit and they hitting you up, be like, all right, cool. I'm gonna need you to only hit me up when you free to come see me. And if I'm free that day, then you could come see me. And that's it.
Right.
That's, you know what I mean?
Or call her. You said she worked at a gas station, right? Call her.
I agree with that 100%. But like I also said, I really lost interest in.
Right.
Because it's just when she goes me, and it's like she was being straight up, but then when it came down to meet me, you didn't show up. I ain't got time to play no game. I see what it's going.
Right.
I ain't got time for that, man. Life too short to be bullshitting. You either gonna do what you say, or you're not. It's simple.
Yo, listen. You said she worked at a gas station, right?
Well, not no more. Not no more.
Where does she work now?
She works at like some kind of plant. It's like a mill where they make like transformers. So
shit. All right, forget it. I was gonna tell you to get you to get her to fill up your gas tank a couple of times or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? She just got to show some type of real benefit, bro. You know what I'm saying? She just got to show some type of real benefit at this point.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, so just just think about that. And if you ain't really interested in her no more, then fuck it. You understand what I'm saying? Just keep that shit pushing. You know what I'm saying?
I know it, because I'm really not, you know, but I wanted to run that by y'all guys, see what y'all thought.
Right.
Because I thought that it was silly. Like, you acting like you want to do something, but then when it boils down to you don't do it.
Right, so well that's women. That's women right there.
You show me you don't want to do that.
Right. That's chicks right there for you. You feel what I'm saying? But we appreciate the call, my brother.
Yeah, real talk. Well, I ain't gonna hold you guys up.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate y'all breaking that down a little more. And I guess I'll holler at y'all, continue to listen to the show.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Holla. Peace. All right, let's go to 712. 712 is popping. Who this?
Hey guys, how big is your dick?
Get the my God.
Get the fuck out of here!
At some point it was supposed to go down. I was like, at some point it was going to happen. Let's go to 516.
Oh, what's up, guys? Damn, that's funny. I had a feeling that nigga was going to call in. But,
hold on, wait. Did you donate?
It's Jay, bro. How you guys doing?
Chilling, my brother. Did you donate?
Yeah, I did.
What's going on?
So, listen, I'm just calling because, I just want some tips on something. I'm 26 years old, and, I'm fairly, well-to-do financially. I'm not like born or anything, but like I got my own crib. got a nice car, dressed nice and everything. And you know, I was just thinking, you know, I'm fairly new to having, like, you know what I'm saying, this type of lifestyle. And I just wanted to know, is there any tips, you know, that I should keep in mind when I'm dating these chicks? Because, like, you know, I'm not even going front. You know, I like the young black chicks. I like the young Spanish chicks. And it's like, you know, they could, you know, they can see, you know, the type of shit I got. And I'm not necessarily trying to hide anything, because that's just, you know, I'm not going to hide a piece of who I am. But, like, you know what I'm saying? I think there's ways to go about, you know, moving, you know, as you move up in the world. So I just want to get your take on that.
Well, that's the thing. Just don't give them nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you chill with them, you hook up, you do what you do. You understand what I'm saying? And you ain't gotta hide the shit you got. You just ain't gotta give them shit. You understand? Right. Meaning, you don't give them shit until they or give them a certain type of lifestyle until they've earned that spot. You see what I'm saying? So they can see it, but they can't touch it. You feel what I'm saying? Until they've gotten to that point. You see what I mean? So you could, so you could, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could go out with a chick, you know what I'm saying? But you don't want to go all out and do something crazy expensive. Or you could take a chick and, you know, bring her back to your spot. If you got a nice spot, you understand what I'm saying? And just do your thing. You know what I mean? You have sex with her, but then you'd be like, all right, well, listen, it's been fun. I got to do some stuff. I'll holler at you later. Like, you do everything you would normally do, just don't do extra shit. Because what a lot of guys do is, because they don't got game, they do extra shit, and they think that that's the thing they need to do to get the girl to like them. And then the woman immediately realizes what type of guy he is. She's like, oh, he's one of these type of guys. I feel like they need to fucking, you know, show off or do this extra shit. But even if you
lead with their wallet.
Right, exactly. But even if you're on point, but you're not leading with your wallet, it just sets up the tone for them to realize, oh, this guy got his shit together, but he's not using that as a thing to try to make something happen with me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Right. So you just do your thing without like necessarily letting them feel or think that they got access to all your shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it makes sense. You know,
Right.
It's good to keep that in mind.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Just, you know, not even going on dates with them, just inviting them back to the fucking.
Yeah, exactly. You could do that.
So.
You ain't got to go on a date. You could be like, yo, come through to the crib. Let's get this shit cracking. And that's that. Because it's all in your behavior. It's really all it is. It's about your behavior. Your behavior is going to dictate to the woman what type of guy that you are. You understand what I'm saying? This is what a lot of these fucking dudes out here that be simping and tricking and acting crazy, they're letting the girl know this is the type of guy I am. And then therefore that's when it's used. You see what I'm saying?
Caller. Caller, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, what kind of dates?
A little bit. It's a little.
What kind of dates do you like to go on?
I mean, if I do go on a date, just either ice cream or, you know, walk in the park. That's, or coffee if it's fucking winter.
Okay, and what do you do when the girl is really like really sexy and attractive and like a baddie? Like, what do you do when you get a baddie?
I mean, I don't change up the way I holler at chicks or, you know, my game or whatever. You know, I still, you know, flirt with them, end up kissing them, and then fucking
You still take them for ice cream or a walk in the park? Do you still take them for ice cream or a walk in the park?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter what the fuck they look like.
Okay, then you good there, bro. Like, you ain't got nothing to, you know what I'm saying? You straight. Cause that was a trick question. I thought you were gonna be like, oh yeah, when it's a baddie, you know, I take her out to a steakhouse and then I do this and then I do that. Right. Like, nah. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's good. You're doing the right thing, bro. You're doing the right thing. The real point is to do what you truly want to do. You understand? That's the real point. No matter how much money you got in your pocket, do exactly what you want to do for you. You understand? Don't do anything extra. Go out of your way. Spend any extra money on none of these broads because you think it might help you, you know, help her to like you better, or you want her to like you more. You understand? Whatever she like about you, that's what she like about you. It shouldn't have anything to do with your car or your place or whatever. You understand? She should be willing and desiring to spend time with you, just like how you want to spend time with her. And that's that.
Right. You got it?
Got you guys. All right, man.
All
I
right.
appreciate the game.
Appreciate the call, my brother. All right. So, guys, we got another 20 minutes. Caller number is 516-387-1224, 516-387-1224. If you guys have a question, put a Q in the chat. You feel what I'm saying? So we could get to your questions. You feel me? So this nigga Wade Wilson be trolling. So how do you take a chick out on an inexpensive date without having a chick laugh at you? This nigga right here. This nigga Wade is hilarious. Why?
Wow. What type of chicks is he meeting, man?
I don't know. But shout out to everyone in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button. We got 300 people watching right now. Hit the goddamn like button. Hit the like button, people. So
wait, yeah, read that shit.
He said, when you move together with a woman after 3 years, what are the top 2-3 things to be careful with so you don't lose control of the situation and fuck up?
Oh, I'll tell you. Number 1, respect. Number 2, respect. And number 3, respect.
That's no, that's facts though. It's that simple. Listen, I'll be asking when they say you ask the wrong questions. You know what I'm saying? And Dan, I'm not saying that there's something wrong with you. I'm saying you're asking the wrong question, meaning that you're saying if you moved in with a chick or you and a chick are living together after 3 years and, you're scared shit's going to fuck up, right? That means you haven't been doing the things you needed to do those 3 years.
Right.
To try the situation so that it doesn't fuck up. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, okay, imagine you went on a plane, right? And you was about to get on the plane, and for some reason you was able to speak to the pilot and shit. And the pilot was like, man, I've been training to fly for a while, but I just need your opinion. What happens if I get in the air and I kind of fuck this up? You understand what I'm saying? You're gonna be like, what? Like, excuse me? Like, what do you mean fuck this up? Right? Shouldn't you have went through the training to know exactly what you need to do and have done this a few times to be ready to make this happen? It's the same concept. You understand? So the thing is that if you're worried about fucking up, then you shouldn't be in that situation. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Like you need like you would have had to train your chick to be the type of chick who's not going to be on some bullshit and coach her to be the chick that's not going to be on some bullshit. So then once you now know that she's not on some bullshit, then you can go move in. You understand what I'm saying? I was talking about this on Ramil's show the other day. I was saying that a lot of guys, they're scared that a woman is going to switch up, but women generally don't really switch up. It's just that they've been the way they've been. And then guys move them into different positions, and they move a chick who doesn't deserve to be in a certain position into that position she doesn't deserve to be in.
Wow, that's facts.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's she don't deserve that position. Facts, bro. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like you knew she was a bitch, but then you made her your girlfriend. You knew she was a bitch, but you married her. You knew she was a bitch, but you moved in with her. You understand?
Facts.
It's
super
crazy.
Fucking facts, bro. That's what I told y'all. 80% of y'all niggas is out there in relationships with women that y'all should have fucking charged.
Exactly.
Months and years ago.
Exactly. You know what is Crystal Player talking about? So what's your body count and do you feel sexed up? What does that even mean, Crystal Player? What are you talking about?
Pause?
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? Man, it's crazy.
He sounds like Ken Kenneth from Connecticut.
Right. I don't understand, man. I don't understand. But guys, call the number is 516-387-1224, 516-387-1224. Now, one other thing I wanted to talk about this whole sex thing and why you should have more sex is because sex actually, there's health benefits to sex, if you didn't know. You understand what I'm saying? There are health benefits to sex, meaning that, it gives you good blood circulation. It actually helps with your immune system because, you can actually fight off colds and fevers if you're having more sex. Because it boosts your immune system. And, at this time, you want to make sure your immune system is on point. You understand? So, like, there's certain things where a lot of times, remember, see, you know what it is? People try to demonize sex a lot because either they're not getting it, so that's a way for someone to brush it off like it's nothing, or two, they have issues with sex because either, unfortunately, they've been, sexually molested or, like something happened to them back in the day and now they feel a certain type of way about sex.
Right.
But you got to understand with any situation or any like topic for that matter, you could look at the good or you can look at what you would consider bad. You understand what I'm saying? With anything. You understand? You could be like, oh, you should start a business, but I don't know, man, because 3 out of 4 businesses fail and I don't got the money and this is going to happen. You understand? You could go down that route, or you could be like, yeah, you can start a business. You can make your own type. You can make a lot of money. You could, set your own schedule. You could do this, do that. You understand? Any situation you could look at this way or that way. It's all perspective. Right. You see what I'm saying? It's all perspective. So the thing is, and when I say, again, when I say having more sex, all I'm saying is, most guys and most people for that matter need to do more to get exactly where they want to be. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Most people are not where they want to be. You understand? They're just settling for the situation they're in.
Coping.
But they're not really what it is because they're coming up with a million excuses as to why they can't be where they want to be. Because as much as I hear guys talking about, yo, I'm trying to smash, I want to fuck these girls, I want to hook up with baddies, why aren't you doing it? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the question. Why are you not hooking up with the baddies that you want to hook up with? Why? You see what I'm saying? Because, again, I said this on Ramil's show the other day, and I said, shout out to Fresh and Fit. I said, do you know why? One of the main reasons why Fresh and Fit has damn near, they'll have like 12,000 live viewers on their show. Because a lot of guys, because they don't actually get women in real life, they have to live vicariously through the show.
Right.
You understand? Like, think about how crazy this is. You want sex and you want women, but instead of actually going out there to make it happen, right? You would rather watch YouTube to sort of get a pseudo experience of dealing with a girl, or join a OnlyFans to get a pseudo experience to deal with a girl.
Oh, that's why we ain't got numbers like that.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then it's funny because then you say, hey, listen, here's some game that'll help you to get those girls you're watching. Oh, no, fuck all that game shit, son. I don't want to. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's fucking ridiculous. That's what I'm saying, where, and that's the thing where a lot of these dudes, instead of actually doing it, they want to be able to sort of, they want to be able to get what they can get with putting in the little bit of effort. And this is what I want you guys to understand. Let me show you how deep it gets. Let's show you how deep it gets, right? There's always a cost to all of this shit. There's always a cost. So the price you pay, right, is going to be in direct correlation to what you get. Now, I'm gonna use Fresh and Fit's podcast. I'm gonna use OnlyFans. I'm gonna use Trickin', and then I'm gonna use Learning Game to illustrate the point. Right? Now, when you watch Fresh and Fit's podcast, it's free. So what you do is that because it's free, you get to just watch girls on the screen, but you're not really getting to like interact with them, have sex with them, nothing. But that's what you get for free. You see what I'm saying? Then we move on to OnlyFans. You got to pay for OnlyFans, so you get a little bit more access to where you could probably request a certain type of video or photo or whatever from the girl, right? You might get it here and there. So you're paying a little bit of money, so you're getting that little bit back, but you're still not really fucking the girls on OnlyFans, right? So now you bump up to the next level, tricking. So you pay a girl to fuck you. This is the energy you're given. So you'll get some pussy, but it's bootleg ass pussy. It's pussy from a girl who don't really want to fuck you. It's pussy from a girl who's going to give you starfish sex or just kind of like do the minimum to make it happen. Right? So that's what you get for the price you're paying for that situation. Now, when you learn game and you improve yourself and make yourself that attractive guy, which takes the most effort, then you will actually get a woman or women who like you for you, who want to fuck you because they like you. And then that's how it goes down. Because notice, in all these examples, what you're getting is the equivalent to the price you're paying. You know what I'm saying? This is what guys don't get. So what most guys want is they want to get a hot, bad chick to fuck with them for real without them having to pay the price.
Right.
And that shit don't work that way.
I just want to say real quick, because you know how these niggas get. Shout out to Fresh and Fit. That's them. You know what I'm saying?
That's not
to them. You know what I'm saying? Like when nobody shitting on the show itself. You know,
right?
Them dudes are successful. Them dudes are doing their thing. But we're just trying to make Locario's trying to make an example out of the situation. Pertaining to the guys that
are watching those, right?
They cope with the fact that they can't really fuck with women.
Right.
You understand? By watching them on shows like that and OnlyFans and, tricking and doing other shit, because the truth of the matter is niggas can't really get bitches like that. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't want to, because I see niggas in the chat right now talking about, low key this and, low key that.
Exactly.
Like, chill.
And that's what I'm saying. You gotta peep the game. I'm trying to teach y'all a lesson. You gotta peep the game. Because what we're saying is that, and that's what makes the Fresh and Fit podcast so smart, is that this is understood. Do you understand what I'm saying?
They see that shit. They know what y'all weak niggas is doing.
Right. They know that. So of course you're gonna do that. So that's what I'm saying, where it's like a lot of you guys, because even they even said it on their podcast, I think the other day when they had DJ Academics, how they was like, how it's funny how a lot of these guys in the chat will be like, oh, these girls are thoughts and fuck these girls, but then they'll go on their OnlyFans right after. You understand what I'm saying?
Or they Instagram. Yep. Try to DM them and shit. Yep.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's what I'm saying. You get what you pay for.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's why a lot of times being cheap can get really fucking expensive.
Exactly.
Especially for them tricking ass niggas.
Right. Facts. So let's go to 216 real quick. 216. What's popping? Who this?
Oh, my name is Philip. How you doing, Locario?
What's going on, my brother? Did you donate?
I did.
That's what's up. Miles got the face. So what's going on with you?
Oh, so ever since I've been watching you guys, kind of built up more confidence to go out and approach women and stuff. And when I go to Walmart, basically what I do is, I introduce myself, and then I ask for their age, and then I build some rapport with them, and then eventually I tell them to take my number down. But then I exchange numbers with them. Like with some of them I exchange numbers, with some of them I just give them my number. But later on I don't really get a text back. So is that saying something about my game?
No, that's the thing. Again, it's a numbers game, bro. So some women are gonna text you, some women ain't. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's the basis of all of this shit. Now, if your game, when your game is tighter, you'll be able to discern whether or not you're dealing with a chick who most likely is going to hit you back or who most likely shit will go down with. Because when you're talking to a girl, you still have to, like, okay, for example, let me ask you this. How many girls on average within like a week would you talk to?
In Walmart.
Like in 1 week.
I mean, a day, I at least like approach like 10 of them. Like, so.
Okay, 10 of them. That's not bad.
How many times I go out during the week.
Okay. So let's say you approach 10 girls a day, right? So let's say out of those 10 girls, let's say like 3 of them you exchange numbers with or whatever, right? And then so the thing is that let's say only 1 out of those 3 was really feeling you, because just because you get a girl's number or give a girl your number doesn't mean she's feeling you. I think guys got to understand that. Like women will numbers, women will take your number. You understand? Women will take your Insta. They'll do all that shit. It doesn't necessarily mean they're actually interested in you sexually, meaning they're actually interested in you and interested in wanting to make something happen with you. Because remember, like I said earlier, women still love attention. So they'll take it because they're like, oh, cool, this is another guy I can use for attention. This is another guy I can have in my back pocket for when I'm out with some other guy that I like who's not giving me what I want. I can just hit this other guy up to make me feel better about myself. So there's girls that you're going to talk to who are going to be like that. So let's say on average you talk to 10 girls a day. But let's say how many days a week are you going out to do this?
Let's say 4.
4. So damn. So let's say
you said a day or a week.
A week. So it's 4 days a week and 10 girls a day on average. So let's say that's like 40 chicks a week, right? So let's do some math real quick. So I'm gonna take out my calculator, right? So 40 times 12, that's 480 women a year. You understand what I'm saying? 480 women a year. So out of 480 women a year, if you actually did this consistently for a year, bruh, you should be able to get some buns, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Like if you was really doing this consistently for a whole year and you talk to 480 women, you understand what I'm saying? Like you should be able to be smashing. But what it is this. It's the frequency that you're doing it. Because let's say you say you talk to, let's say you say you went out 4 times a week. You might have done that this week, and then for another 5 months, you ain't do nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. It's a consistent numbers game, one. And then the second thing is how tight is the interaction you're having with these women? You understand? Meaning,
That's what I wanted to get at.
Go ahead.
I didn't even interrupt, but yeah, that's what I wanted to get at was like when I'm having these interactions, I don't want to just have interactions just because of the sake of it, just talk to them. Mm-hmm. I want to get something out of it. So how would I know if she's sexually interested in me, like through the interaction and stuff?
Mm-hmm. Are you flirting?
Yeah, I try to flirt, because I try to use my the setting that we're in and stuff, and talk about like stuff that we're both in together, and try to talk about like what she maybe has on or something, or tease her a little bit.
But what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is, and this is the thing that you guys got to start doing a little more. Y'all have to flirt in a way where she can't, or I'll say this, it has to be a little bit more direct. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning that if I go to a girl and I say, oh, you got a pretty dress on, and she's like, oh, thank you, right? That's not really gonna cut it. You understand what I'm saying? That doesn't really give me enough information to see if this girl is sexually interested in me. You understand what I'm saying? So either you're going to have to be more direct specifically with what you're saying, or you have to be more obvious about what you're trying to get across. You understand what I'm saying? So instead of you saying to the girl, oh, that's a pretty dress you got on or whatever, right? You need it. If you're having a conversation, it should be like, listen, I want to give you my number, but I was wondering how long would it take for you to call me, get to my house, so I can take your clothes off and get you in my bed. You understand what I'm saying? So now you want to see how she's going to respond to that because you're literally telling her you want to have sex with her. So now she has to respond to you saying you just said to her, I want to have sex with you, in so many words, right? So you telling her she has a pretty dress, it's just a compliment. But you saying what I just said is putting it in a frame of you and her having sex and her having to respond to that. So now she responds to that positively, like, oh, well, and she starts laughing. She's like, oh my God, you're so crazy. Well, I don't know, maybe if you call me, after work, I could get to your place in a certain time, whatever. Okay, well, cool. How about we make that happen? Listen, I'm gonna give you my number right now. What time you get off work tomorrow? You understand what I'm saying? So then she's shown you that she has some sexual interest in you by her responding to you first, bringing up sex in the situation. You understand what I'm saying?
So just implies sex. Same thing implies sex, basically, right?
Right. So you have to be a little bit more, out there. So this is what I'm saying. This will make it easier for you to see if this is the type of girl that's gonna most likely make something happen. Right. So even before you give her your number, even before the number is even given to her, she has to show you that she's interested in you sexually. So because if you don't see, this is the thing. If you don't do that, you're gonna just be throwing stuff to the wall, and then it's just like, let me see where the chips fall. But if you're being a little bit more strategic, you can say, okay, I talked to 10 girls, but I only gave 3 girls my number because those 3 were the ones who was showing sexual interest, right? Because you could have gave your number out to 8 to 9 or even 10 girls. And then now what's going to happen is that you're going to feel a certain type of way, like, damn, I'm giving my number out to all these women and hardly any is getting back to me. You see what I'm saying? So like, if you give your number out to 3 women and 2 get back to you, it's better than you giving your number out to 10 women and 2 get back to you. Even though it's the same thing, psychologically, it's going to feel a little better you giving your number out to 3 women and 2 get back to you versus giving out your number to 10 women and 2 get back to you. You see what I'm saying? So what happens is that you're closing the deal on a chick who most likely is the type of chick who would get back to you. Doesn't mean it's a guaranteed, but she's most likely would because you created a situation already where she's showing sexual interest. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right. So don't be scared to be a little bit more bold with these chicks. You know what I'm saying?
And caller. Also, caller. Can you hear me? Can you hear me good?
I can hear you. Yeah.
All right. Listen. All right. And I want you to answer this question as honestly as you can. Can you tell when a conversation is going well?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I mean, if she's responding in a way, like in a positive way, I know it's going well versus her.
Okay. So how come? So can you tell when a conversation is not going so well?
Yeah.
Okay, but so are you when the girls when the conversation are not going well? Are you surprised that they don't hit you up?
No.
Okay. Now another question I have to ask is that when you say that when a conversation is not going well, do you cut it short or do you try to keep going?
Try to cut it short.
You still there? He's breaking up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Cut it short because I feel like I'm wasting my time.
Okay. Well, I mean, I asked you that question because I'm not sure if you're paying full enough attention to the energy that you're getting back from the chick. You understand what I'm saying? And then once you find out that the conversation is going well, that's when you have to be a little bit more, like Locario was saying, be a little bit more direct, and even start to use more body language, like move closer to her, maybe whisper in her ear. Like when you start to say that direct shit about her, ending up in your bed, like make sure you're saying, try to say it a little bit more, like with a little bit more bass in your voice, speak really low, and then move, move closer to her left ear. Shout out to ARC. You know what I'm saying? And whisper, say the shit in her left ear, or like take her by the hand, or put your hand around her waist, just to see where it goes. Sometimes people get weird with the touching and shit. But again, if you have that type of awareness where you see that the conversation is going well, then maybe use a little bit more body language and be a little bit more direct in your verbal arsenal. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Rosebud.
Right. That's what it is. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think because I've had other guys call and ask the same exact question. And I think what happens is that a lot of times you guys aren't really noticing or recognizing if a woman actually is interested. You understand? And so you give your number out to all these girls and you're like, damn, how come nobody's calling you back? Because you didn't recognize she wasn't interested in the first place. So the thing is that you have to see and recognize if there is interest, and then what happens is most likely, and I say most likely in bold capital letters, she will hit you back, because there's still no guarantee. But it's more likely that she will if there was already that interest there in the first place. You see what I'm saying? So that you have, and because the thing is this, is that what happens is this: if a girl, because a girl could think you're cute or be attracted to you or whatever, right? But remember, I've said this millions of times, and I think I need to say it more. When a girl first meets you, that is the time where she's the least attached, the time where she gives the least fuck about you. You understand what I'm saying? That's the time where she gives the least amount of, whatever. So what happens is that when you're in a situation with her and you're talking to her and you're having that conversation and you're flirting and you're building that sexual tension and you're going back and forth or whatever, what happens is that when she leaves you, when she walks away and she has your number, right? You want your number to be in the hand of a woman who walks away thinking, damn, that was fun. Like, I might, I need to see this guy again. Like, I need to continue. I need to see where this goes. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's like somebody seeing a preview to a really dope movie. They're like, oh, I can't wait till that come out. I got to go see that. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, so you're giving her a dope ass preview, and you see that she's excited about coming to see the rest of the movie. You see what I'm saying? But you're showing the woman that don't give a fuck about that movie. You understand?
I want to ask you, caller, because caller, you say you talk to these girls in Walmart, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, have you ever used some of the merchandise in Walmart to, like, add to the conversation? Meaning, and what I mean by this is, like, let's just say you're the type of guy that you like basketball or something, right? And you know how to spin. You know how to spin a basketball on your finger, right? So you take her over to the sports section. You get one of the basketballs. You spin it on your finger, and then you put it on her finger, or something like that. Or you take her over to the section that got the bicycles, and then you dare her to ride a bicycle down the aisle or some shit like that. Like use the shit in the store to do something fun. You know what I'm saying? Or take her over to the TV section. And if they have a guy on the TV, like, talk about how funny, that guy's funny looking. Like, look at this guy on the TV. Like, look at him. He looks like a fucking Muppet. Like, look at this shit. And then, just to kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Or do you just stand there and say, hey, my name is Bill. You're kind of cute. So I decided to walk over here and talk to you. And here's my number. And then just walk away. Like, you have to, I don't know, man. I don't know what to really tell you, but I'm just saying, like, there's different things that you can do. Like I'll be the type of nigga. I'll be like, hey, you wanna go for a drink real quick? You know what I'm saying? And she'd be like, oh, cool, let's go get a drink. Take her right over to the beer and wine section, and and tell her, be like, yo, I dare you open up one of these beers and drink them right now, and see what she say. And she'd be like, oh, you crazy. and then if you're brave enough, or if you don't give a fuck, open one of them shits and drink it in front of her. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, you don't necessarily have to do what I'm saying, but just different examples of what I'm talking about, meaning that
because you just got to see her reaction to you. That's what y'all understand.
Exactly.
That's the most important thing. The reaction is going to tell you everything. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, you know what a lot of guys do? And this is what I noticed. Even this guy did this on the show with us, with me and Steve the other day. A lot of guys, y'all guys are trying to go through, y'all are trying to get to the end of the interaction. That's what y'all just trying to do. Y'all trying to get your number into a woman's phone. That's what y'all trying to do. You understand what I'm saying?
They're just trying to close the deal only.
Right. You feel what I'm saying? What you got to do is, it's not about just getting your number in her phone. It's about getting your number in the phone of the right type of chick. You understand what I'm saying? The girl who's already shown you, right? Or who's giving you that interest to let you know, hey, I'm kind of feeling you. I like this interaction. Like I'm giving you that sign, or I'm responding to you in a way that's letting you know that I'm feeling you. You understand what I'm saying? So, and the thing is that so what I'm saying is that you guys have to step up. I think what it is, maybe I got to do a whole Bad Boy membership program on stepping up your flirting game, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I think
like taking it to another level, man.
Yeah, I got to take the flirting game to another level. You understand what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of times what happens is that you guys are doing stuff, but it's not giving you the right response, or the response that you need to see if this is the type of girl you even need to deal with. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's the thing. You got to know how to read the chick and do all that other stuff. You feel me?
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, keep doing your thing, bro. Say that again. Damn, your phone is breaking up like a motherfucker, man.
Yeah, his phone is breaking up too. Yeah.
Well, we gotta go, because I gotta head up out of here. But listen, man, you got 328 people watching right now. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Hit the like button on your way out. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you guys hit that button. And make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com to join the Bad Boy membership. You feel what I'm saying? We appreciate you guys getting up on that membership, because it's helping you guys out. You feel what I'm saying? I love when guys are really getting this work. You feel what I'm saying? And you also get the Game Kings documentary on the Bad Boy membership.
Let's be clear. My man Moses smashed last week, nigga.
Exactly. That's facts. That's facts. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you guys get up on that membership so you guys can get your game on point. You feel me? But listen, we gotta head up out of here. I'm gonna play this trailer as we are heading up out of the spot, and we will see you guys later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. We gone. We out.
When it comes to being a man, it's about being that rock. It's about being stable.
So first, you're gonna have to find discipline within yourself. Do you have that type of discipline? Do you even have the heart to be ruthless?
Women need leadership. It is in their nature to seek out leadership.
You know, you can't do it 99, because all that's part of a man. You got to do it 100.
Apparently, these women out here having sex with somebody. Apparently, they're getting pregnant with somebody. Shoot, somebody getting some.
You should look at something like hypergamy and allow it to inspire you to always be evolving, getting better, expanding, developing.
There are things you know, there are things you don't know. Then there are things you don't know you don't even know.
There can be 10 of us in one room, and there's one question, and there's 10 correct answers, all different.